Probably right there where Tyrael is, right? Yep. Okay. And that's it for the map. Let's talk to Tyrael.
I could no longer sit idly by while you brought the fight to Azmodan. It has been too long since I felt the thrill of battle myself.
Destroying my siege weapons makes little difference. Every hour, more of my forces pour forth from the mouth of hell. Soon, they will wipe your pathetic keep from existence.
Brave words, Azmodan. But words are all you have left to hurl at us.
Exactly.
Forward, friend. Now we shall drive Azmodan's army back into the accursed crater.
Yep.
And we should fight together. The demons cannot have forgotten that blade of yours.
Let's go.
Justice is done.
What's even up here? Dead guardsman. That's it. And some armor racks. But nothing of importance on these racks. Maybe if you do crafting, but I'm not. Let's keep moving. Hello. So we just gotta go in a straight line on this bridge.
Sweet revenge! An incredible
80 kills, holy shit. I think that's the most amount of kills that I've gotten in a row. So far, at least. I think so, though. Because before that, I think it was 62 or something. All right. Onward. And the arrow doesn't seem to be getting closer. We still got a ways to go.
That was just a taste.
Guess let's just keep going. Where do we have to go now? Up the stairs. There's a waypoint. We're only about halfway through the act. Oh, you are a big guy. Got you all the same. Go back to town and sell our stuff. As we could use the inventory space.
Got a new haul of goods today. Take a look.
Okay, and then let's go put our gems in the bank. Okay, back to Arrakis Crossing. Our objective is to find the demon gate at the edge of the abyss. Which must be right here.
Eldruin will destroy the demonic seal protecting this gate.
Okay. Nice. About to die right now. There we go. Even before his ads could come in, he was dead.
You ever wonder why Lyndon remains with us? I thought he would have weaseled away by now.
He's entertaining enough. I am not bothered by his presence.
I come with urgent news. Leah has had another vision. A vision of twisted demonic towers and enormous hearts beating within them.
I know of them. They are the Sin Hearts. Asmodan must have dredged them up from the depths of his realm to empower his legions.
Then I must destroy these hearts while I still can.
Okay. Go through the Arreat crater and find the Tower of the Damned. This arena is actually really big for that fight.
We have destroyed the Demon Gate, though Asmodan brought hell itself in his wake. Slaying the Sin Hearts will weaken his forces, and then only the Lord of Sin himself will be left.
Alright, so now we have to go find the Tower of the Damned. And what is this? Oh, a
You
waypoint.
killed one of my playthings. Now, you have...
So, our current objective is go through Arreat Crater and find the Tower of the Damned. Alright, guess we just have to go here. Oh, I remember now. It's been a couple days, but I remember now. Yeah, we were just making our way through here. And what I've been doing so far, I'm streaming, by the way, for those on YouTube, just to test the waters and see how this goes. So that's the exit out of here.
Now, you have my undivided attention.
Do I now?
Like the sound of this demon wench.
Maiden of lust, I have need
Don't, like, I've said this before in the parts on YouTube, but there's, I think, literally too much voice acted stuff in this game, and like, I appreciate it because on one hand,
My hatred is too low.
it's nice to hear things voice acted instead of having to read them, but at the same time, it's like so many things overlay on top of each other, and I don't know, just it makes things a little difficult. Yeah. So that's my opinion on that. And I did not mean to pick that up. That's just a white item. No use for that. Moonlight Violator, what is that? Not an upgrade. So what I've been doing so far in this playthrough is I'm actually filling out the entire map and going through every cave system, all that sort of thing. Partly because I'm just curious, you know, what this game really has to offer, and I'll be honest, so far, not really that much that this game has given me in terms of a redeeming quality to it. Like, don't get me wrong, the game,
Your fear betrays you.
it has things that are fun, but I definitely see why people don't play this game very much anymore, and why there was so much pushback when it was out as well. Because I don't know, I don't see the appeal personally of playing this game for the long haul. And I mean, I know the game is different from where it was at launch, so potentially it could have been more fun at launch, but once you start comparing this to, I don't know, Diablo 2, that's where it starts to kind of break down, and you realize, yeah, this game's maybe not the best. But so far, it's not been absolutely terrible. I mean, we've made it this far, no issues.
Feel my wrath.
I think we haven't even died once. Then again, I'm only on the first difficulty, normal. I'm not playing it on the higher difficulties, which I'm sure are more difficult. I'm sure in classic Diablo fashion, those higher difficulties add in things like nerf to your resistance and things like that, which could potentially put you in the negative. That was always a thing that got me in Diablo 2, I know that for sure. And I wouldn't be surprised if in this one, it also is a reason why you would probably die, alongside the fact of just, you know, enemies kind of being these powerhouses in the later difficulties that are a lot harder to take down. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm just filling out the entire map and going through all the cave systems, and I mean, it's actually kind of been a little fruitful considering I've found some of these legendary items in those cave systems. And then also there's been some events that I didn't really, I don't think ever got through by actually playing the game, because, you know, normally when you play this game, or not just this game, but, you know, most Diablo games, you don't actually go through all the caves. You kind of just go in the direction you need to go, and then you might go to one of the caves here and there for farming items, but that's about it.
Feel my wrath.
Let's go to the left here. Yeah, because there's a guy right here. But, you know, there's like a good amount of events. I will give them that. There's a good amount of content that actually is like additional content in a way, side quests, if you will. You just have to look for in those caves, and you'll find a lot of them that way, you know. But I will say, usually though, the events in those caves, or, you know, out on the field, they're really simple objectives. They're not difficult things at all, considering I guess they kind of can't put a main storyline mission or kind of level of quests in those areas if it's optional content, for one, and then two, the fact that you're not required to go. Well, that actually is the definition of optional, isn't it? I was gonna say it's not required to go in there. So there would be no. I guess they didn't want to make it so that you would need to go do those, because most people when they play these games, if it's anything like it was in Diablo 2, you kind of just get to the end game and then run end game content over and over and over, and all the content before is pretty irrelevant to the end game. I mean, some areas might be relevant, you know, because the name of the game here is really just getting better and better loot. And so there might be some areas and some acts that are better suited for farming. But otherwise, I mean, most of your content before endgame is gonna be irrelevant to you.
You will find only death in my
Got a smokescreen rune, hunting preparation rune, and a fan of knives rune. But I'm not gonna switch any of those up because I don't feel the need to. Ah, and we made it to the exit. And we actually did fill out the map anyways, so that's fine. Alright, so we're at the Tower of the Damned. Find the Sin Heart in the Heart of the Damned.
That was just a taste.
Alright. Guys coming up behind me. Hopefully it's not too much longer for this. I feel like the main quest that I'm working on now is finding her.
Are you enjoying their company?
Yeah, so probably we have to find her and kill her before we can actually get to Asmodan. Oh, and she's a succubus, that's what it is. So now that's why we are facing off against all these succubi.
These poor things live in
Raring to go. Yeah, I guess the ideal situation with this whole streaming thing would be to do this, you know, kind of like stream and also record at the same time. I guess that would be the ideal situation moving forward, if possible. I'm not sure if I'd be able to do it all the time, considering I tend to get pretty busy, but... Oh, there's level 2, okay. But... I want to try to make an effort, you know, because... When I built this computer, which I streamed, by the way, my idea was, okay, we're gonna use this computer not only for the channel to record things and post them, but also to stream. And then I just never did it. Partly because I kept thinking, you know, oh, but I need to set up this, this, and this. And then I would get busy, and you know, then I guess I just never made the time to sit down and actually figure it out, because it is time consuming, you know, to figure out these things. But I want to make an effort to actually try this time. And usually if I do make at least a little bit of an effort to try something, I kind of go through with it, you know, unless it just doesn't work, you know, which is possible. Maybe it's a thing I might run into where, you know, I do this now and then I realize that this is just not the move, in which case, fine, I'll figure out something else out. But I do want to try, you know, to, like, if this works, I do want to try doing this more often, because it seems like, I don't know, a wasted opportunity if I'm sitting down playing a game anyways, to, you know, try to maybe interact with people if anyone wants to join. I mean, after all, this is a channel called Let's Play and Chill, so it is designed to just be content that you would put on in the background and listen to, and, you know, if people want to join in on the stream, and, you know, if people want to join in and actually talk, you know, I'll try to look over and actually respond. I'm not going to be the person who doesn't respond. What is that? That's the heart of the damned. So we gotta make our way down there. This area here is pretty much a circle though, so I think as long as we go in one direction, we should find the exit pathway eventually. Yeah, I mean, I guess if anything, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, the few people who are, I guess, come by to the stream if it's ever on, you know. You're more than welcome to join, and we will make our way through some games. And I won't always, you know, if this does work out with these settings, I won't always just play the game that I'm currently playing through on my channel. Like, I'll play other games every now and then, like, I'm kind of big into Apex Legends, for example. So I might play that a bit. Maybe a roguelite or two, because those tend to be pretty fun. Not amazing at them, but yeah, maybe that, or I don't know. We'll see. The future is bright. Excuse me. The future is bright.
He will fall as his brethren did before him.
All the pain.
Find the sin heart in the heart of the damned.
You must be dying to meet me.
So I'm pretty sure we're making our way to her. I mean, that's what it seems like we're alluding to by talking to her. So, I guess. Another reason why I guess I wanted to kind of get more well-versed in this whole streaming situation is I'm a video game source contributor to this podcast group called The Chris Collins Show. I post on my Instagram a video pretty much every week, and you know, just talk about things, what's going on in the industry, that sort of thing. So follow me there if you are interested. But the host and I have been thinking maybe starting some streaming of our own for that channel, and I feel like just being a little... Oh, here we go. Boss fight. I was gonna say, getting a bit more well-versed in how to do all this myself is probably gonna be useful when it comes time to do that with him. So we'll see. And I think I took down her health too quickly because she wasn't taking damage there for a second. Yeah, we can kill your daughters. Not a problem.
I can feel the energy from the sin heart. You will pay for this.
Well, you know what? Your fault for not being able to defend it. Alright. Let's just get out of here. We have to go to the Tower of the Cursed. Whatever that is gonna be. Probably another area like this. Crater level 2.
So close now. So close.
Yeah, and then after her, it's pretty much Asmodan, looks like. Alright. Another area like the one before. Yeah, what I was saying, so, you know, since we're gonna be doing some live stream content on there, I figure it makes a bit more sense for myself to figure some of this out on my own, so that if I need to, I would already know how to do certain things. And, I mean... Ooh, a cloak. I'm already a little versed with OBS, considering... so I went to school for theater and recently graduated. Means basically that for a little bit of time there during the pandemic, we were online, which is very odd when you are in a major that's some sort of performing arts and you're online, because, you know, how do you do that? But we figured things out. I do follow a lot of creators on YouTube who do tutorials on OBS, and through a combination of them and just like messing around and all that, I kind of figured out some stuff, and some stuff actually became pretty useful to know when it came to doing things like actually performing theater online. As you can imagine, it's kind of miserable in a way, because like, how do you do that, right? Oh, my inventory is full. So yeah, like, how do you perform theater online? Well, there's multiple ways, but when I was in the directing class that I took, what I did was I had my two actors, or my actor, well, actually I did only one scene where I had what's it called, OBS as elements in it, and you take the two actors that you're working with, and or multiple actors, and you hop on Zoom with them, and you build a scene with OBS, where they're both in the frame, and then you just like play around and see what works. And yeah, we made it happen somehow. Was it amazing? I don't know. You got me there on whether it was amazing or not, but no, it was fun for what it was. And I think that if I were to do it again, I would be okay with it. It just wouldn't be ideal, obviously, to do that, considering, yeah, it's just not ideal in general to have to do theater or any performing art over online, because, like, what the fuck? How are you supposed to really get the most out of it, you know? You just can't. But we made it happen. So let's identify this. So black feather. Move that over here so that it's not covered by my camera. Plus 158 dexterity, increases hatred regeneration by 0.88 per second, increases spike trap damage, which I'm never gonna use. I'll be honest. Ignores durability loss, and then dodging or getting hit by a ranged attack automatically shoots a homing rocket back at the attacker for 750 weapon damage as physical. That's pretty nice. A little bit more damage, not as much toughness as what we have on, but that's fine. I'll gladly switch that out. And then let's sell the last couple things to the merchant here. Go to our stash. Let's just put that in there and go back to the crater, level 2. Yeah, because of all that time working with OBS, you know, I learned a little bit of things, and also became the guy in my classes online, which were also on Zoom, that would just like come in with a whole setup. Yeah, it was a little extra, but you know, I had fun. And when we went online, you know, that no longer was really relevant, but sorry, when we went back in person, it was no longer really relevant to know all that in terms of, or in regards to the craft of theater. Because people were always saying like, oh, we're gonna keep doing theater online and things like that, but once things kind of open back up, do you still see online theater that much? Not really. Once the venues open back up, all the people who said that they were gonna do things online moving forward, they didn't keep doing things online. They decided to just do things in person, in actual venues, which, I mean, hey, I'm not gonna blame them for that, because, you know, a lot of these people who are trying to make things work online, they don't really mesh with technology very well in the first place, so it's kind of like a lot of friction, to say the least, between the technology and all the stuff that needed to be done in order to facilitate online theater. Yeah. So, because I did all that OBS stuff, though, I kind of know a little bit what I'm doing with OBS, building scenes and all that, but at the same time, I kind of feel like a beginner, and maybe that's partly because I follow people like Nutty on YouTube, and he does absolutely crazy things with OBS for his stream setups.